Hi, and welcome to the Kiwanis Centre here in St. Catharines, and I'm joined with David Oakes, Director of Parks, Recreation and Culture, and we're here today to talk about the Recreation Master Plan, which is coming out in a couple of days, and really we're interested to talk about the process, how it was developed, and what's going to happen once it is released in draft form to the public. So Dave, in terms of the Recreation Master Plan, what was the process to get it to Monday?
So the plan essentially came out of the budget process of last year when there was a lot of discussion about arenas and what we need to do with our city arenas. However, when you look at only one aspect of recreation, it doesn't really give you the full picture. So the notion of having a rec master plan to look at more than just arenas, looking at all our sports fields, our trails, that's really where the process started. We then had money added into the budget for 2014, and we engaged Monteith Brown. And for essentially from July up until this point, they've been doing a lot of public consultation. So we had a phone interview where we had 400 random calls went out to the city trying to solicit some information on recreation, what people are looking for, what they want, what they expect from us as a municipality. We then followed that up with surveys. We had, I think, 750 surveys that came in from the public, and then user groups. Yeah. We spoke to all of our user groups. We had focus groups and really tried to solicit as much information as we could from everybody who's coming into our buildings, as well as those who aren't. Right? We wanted to know why people aren't coming in and aren't using our services, and that really started to frame sort of the roadmap, and the master plan itself is really going to be a 10-year horizon for us.
Okay, so that's important. So in terms of the difference between just let's say a regular plan and a master plan is what?
Well, what a master plan does, it's not an operational plan,
okay.
It's not a business plan or a work plan, it's really the guiding document, right, that we as staff and as the city are going to use to help us get to where we need to be in the next 10 years. And some of the things that we look at are facilities. Yeah. Some of the things we look at are trends, demographics within the community, where we need to have certain facilities, what people are looking for, how are we programming, and those are really going to help map out. So there's a strategic element to the master plan, but then there's also the tactical. And the tactical is really going to fall to staff to implement as we move forward year to year.
So it's a 10-year plan, and on Monday, the consultants will release the report, and they'll take council through it. Then what happens after that?
So essentially what happens on Monday is the consultants will come through and give council an overview of what the recommendations are. At that point, the document will become public on Tuesday. And then we have a 1-month period essentially where we're going to be soliciting public input, looking at the recommendations, commenting, are we hitting the mark, are we off, do we need to change things up a little bit. On February 18th, we're going to be hosting 2 public information sessions where we'll have the consultants and staff in place to answer questions that the public may have. Those will be held here at Kiwanis Centre. The first is 2:30 to 4:30 in the afternoon, and then there's another session at 6 till 8. And then again, we'll also be looking for feedback from the public through email. So we have a website or an email address, Let's Talk Rec. Yep. That's at st.catharines.ca. And what we really want to have happen is let people know and let them comment on the recommendations and the vision. You know, we had the consultation to get us to this point. Now we just want to make sure that we're getting it right.
And so after the consultant's report, after the public consultation period, then it comes back to council?
Correct.
And that'll be final input for council. And then if approved or once approved, modified, then we move forward with implementation. Okay.
Yeah. So essentially what we hope to have is the final report coming back to council March 9th. Okay. And at that point, you'll have the discussion, commentary, and that will really help us to set the roadmap moving forward in line with the budget process as well.
Okay. So we're looking forward to having that document. We'll be sharing that document also on our Facebook page and on Twitter and on the city's website. It'll be available. So we're looking forward to having a lot of input from the community, but it is a vision document, and what I'm excited about is it does set a roadmap for the next 10 years on parks, recreation, and culture in our community. So looking forward to your feedback as well. So thanks for joining us, Dave.
Thank you.